the garden. Today I'm going to be making the first batch of pickles for 2017. And I'd like to start by measuring out the liquid. So I've got half water, do another half vinegar. So that's probably a bit much. I think we're going to have enough for maybe even 2 jars. But half of our ingredients are going to go into a pan, and the other half can go straight in the jar. These are not a true canned pickle where they're going to be sealed, and these are just going to be refrigerator pickles. To our brine, I'd like to always add salt. About a teaspoon maybe. Then you could add whole peppercorns. And if you like, you can add cracked pepper as well. That'll have more readily available flavor. In this case, I consider garlic a spice, so we're going to add our garlic straight into our brine. That concludes our brine. We're just going to take this inside and bring it up to a boil. Now, I'm just going to be cutting these into rings. I like these on burgers, sandwiches, or just to snack on. But you could do spears, where you cut it the long way. I mean, that is a beautiful cucumber spear. That would make a delicious pickle. So before we go too heavy on the cucumbers, I'm also going to add a jalapeno. Now, my jalapenos are actually nice and mild this year, so I'm going to include all the seeds. It'll add a nice spice. The peppers are so tasty once they're pickled. I almost like them more than the cucumbers. And I want to make sure to add our herbs as well. I'm going to be using parsley, dill, and chives. They add tons of flavor. You could replace these with onions if you like, or skip them entirely, but I think they add a really nice touch. And it'll help us pack in those nooks and crannies too. And these are all super tasty once they're pickled. But I'm going to get one more jalapeno in. So we've got a total of 2 jalapenos and 1 clove of garlic. Probably end up with 3 cucumbers and as much parsley and dill as we can squeeze in. And then we do want to leave a bit of room at the top for our garlic, our peppercorns. You don't want to forget about all that flavor. You want that in with the pickles in the jar. Now we're just going to boil this and then fill up our jar. And while it's still hot, pop on that lid. You don't have to screw it on very tight, because as long as your seal isn't completely worn out, it should kind of vacuum seal onto there. Once they get about room temperature, you can screw on that lid as tight as you want. But these have been sitting in the fridge for a couple days now. So if you're going to put your pickles on the shelf, you've got to do that hot water bath and use a brand new cap so that it seals. But to do the seal test, It's really easy to do. You just remove your little screw top and lift on that lid. You should be able to lift the entire jar. You know, this one didn't work because we reused that lid. So that's really important if you're going to do shelf-stable pickles. But for these refrigerator pickles, it's really easy to just reuse a jar. Any old jar will work. Let's give one of these pickles a taste here, these cucumbers. That's a wonderful flavor. But I want to try one of those jalapenos. These are my favorite. So these will be good in the fridge for probably 3 or 4 months. Maybe even longer. But I don't think they're going to last that long in our fridge. I'm just going to snack on a few of these today with a little apple and a little bit of cheese. These refrigerator pickles are super easy to make. I hope you give them a go in your garden. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.